Hello, I'm Matt from thehouse.com, and this is 2018 Salomon First Call Snowboard. It's an all-mountain powder deck for beginner to advanced level riders. It's part of the Hillside Project Capsule Collection. This is a board that rides groomers, deep snow, trees, and big mountain with ease because of the kind of tapered style tail. Now, Salomon calls this thing a tapered twin, which doesn't make any sense because a twin shaped board is like the same, it's symmetrical. Like if you cut it down the middle of the nose and tail, the exact same. This is not that at all. Inside the contact points, I'd call it a twin board because the stance is centered, has a centered side cut radius. I'd say that, but outside of those contact points, the tail is much shorter, the nose is much longer, and the tail has it's a little bit more narrow than the nose. So basically, this is a directional twin style board, not a tapered twin board. But overall, it does ride really well. It is easy to initiate turns, and that's why it's really good for beginners actually as well. If you're first starting to ride deep snow for the first time, because of that taper style tail, it really sinks well into the snow. Along with that is this really cool profile shape called Rock Out Camber. It does feature a good amount of camber to it, but it's not traditional camber. It's basically a raised flat section with rocker on the nose and the tail. So it's kind of like a camber underneath each foot, just a little bit that rocks it up, or that raises it up, and then a flat section. So it's not going to be overly aggressive like a traditional camber board would be, but also that nose is going to be just a little bit longer with a little bit more sweep to it to keep the nose afloat in deep snow. Again, that tail does have a bit of taper. Overall, it will feature a flex and feel rating of a 4, a little bit softer than your average style deck. Even though Salomon rates it to be like above average in stiffness, that's not the case at all. Inside is an Aspen Select style wood core that has both a biax glass on top and on bottom, and it allows the board to ride very consistent and smooth. Again, it has a good amount of like kind of liveliness to it, but it's not overly aggressive. There's also ghost basalt fibers that run along the board that kind of give it a little bit more structure of a feel. And then of course, it's going to be a wonderful centered base. Salomon has always done a great job of their bases, putting good structure into them, but you need to remember to keep them waxed up throughout the year. And then there's a quadrilateral style side cut radius, which is kind of a blending of a couple different side cut radiuses, a couple straight lines. Overall, it's going to have a kind of a traditional style feel without being too wild. Overall, though, this Hillside Project First Call board from Salomon is a great deck. If you like just kind of cruising around, keeping the board on the ground, this is going to be a great one to add to your quiver. You can check it out by selecting the link below in the description. Leave a comment or a question. Let us know what you think of this thing. And of course, subscribe to the channel right there. And hopefully, we'll see you guys on snow. Peace.